Welcome to the Philly Uncensored, what is it, Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast.
Nah, you don't
I
even
don't know
know.
what
You
your
just
name
want to
is.
start it off because you hype.
Nah, I am hyped. You know why I'm hyped though?
Why you hype?
I'm hyped because I thought this was a team one that we needed. Like I said, coming into it, when we in our group text, I said we need the team to step up. We need a team win without Embiid in there. And so whatever it took, whoever needed to step up, and certain players stepped up, and we got the win. And it was a tough battle win. So what y'all got? That's all I want to say. I'm hype. I am hype about this. I think this was real quick. I think this was our second best win of the season. I thought the Lakers game was the best win. This is the second best win of the season.
Yeah, I mean they was they 11 and 8 or something. They're over 500 team, the Pacers.
Yeah.
I think it was we was getting waxed. I thought it was a rat, to be honest with you. I mean, it was kind of reminiscent of what we were seeing before without B, where nobody else was really stepping up that much. Tobias was still trying to do his thing as the Robin. And he was balling. Tobias was balling, but Ben stepped up. Kormaz really came through late in the clutch. I got to give Kork a lot of props. Maxey had some crucial buckets in the fourth quarter. The bench came together. They came alive. I mean, what you gonna say? Like, it was. I honestly think, and this is I'm gonna take a shot at my longtime nemesis, but I honestly think we won the game not necessarily on everything we did, but on what Indiana didn't do. And they didn't take the boy T.J. McConnell out the game. They left T.J. McConnell in the game, and that helped us win this game. Be honest,
you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
That's what I want to say too.
Thank you.
And Indiana is a team like us without Embiid because they don't have a closer. Maybe Levert can be that when
That's
he comes
not true.
back.
This is the same team.
Wait, let us get
playing with all season.
Let him speak.
No, they're not.
No, they are. Huh?
They just made trades. What are you talking about?
That's true. All right, go ahead. My fault. Go ahead.
Speak your piece.
I'm saying they're a team like us without Embiid. You know how different we look without Embiid and how you don't got nobody to go to, and now we got Toby. They really didn't have anybody to go to in the clutch. And I want to say this too because for years I've been telling boys how bad T.J. McConnell was in Philly, and they love this dude.
Mm-hmm.
This dude had 25 minutes, 6 turnovers. He was like a -10. He had the highest negative on their team. They kept him in the game. He kept turning the ball over, and that's coaching. Why do these coaches keep forcing him? And the boy Aaron Holiday was balling and only played 16 minutes.
Just like Brett Brown, he's a nice guy. But let me jump in for a minute.
It was a -11, just to let you know.
All right, let me jump in. This game to me was the best one of the year. And also what I also want to say is Doc Rivers, he coached this game because when he went to that matchup zone, that zone defense, the game was a wrap.
Killed him.
It was a wrap. That zone defense changed the entire game around. And we actually should have went probably the zone a little earlier in the game, but I'm okay. We got what we needed to get. TJ got exposed. And then you saw clutch shooting by Tobias Harris at the end of the fourth quarter. That man came up big for us. And I have to apologize to the bull Kormaz because I've been killing him.
Me too.
But then I realized it might have been coaching from last year from Brett Brown. I need to just sit back and watch him develop because he's getting better.
He's been like this, though. He's been like this. I've been telling y'all he can get a shot. I did say that. I did say he has a better shot than I because y'all kept piping Isaiah. I said on the last podcast, you can look it up. I said he has a better shot. Podcast,
I actually said that. I actually came on here and I was saying Korkmaz was 50% that he didn't need to be ripped last game. I said he has a better shot than Isaiah Joe. I'm not better stroke, and then we started comparing stats. Now
I'm not willing to concede that he's a better. Is he shooting better than Isaiah Joe? He's shooting better than Maxey from the 3. I don't know if he's shooting better than Isaiah Joe. I honestly still think Isaiah
Joe been kind of up and down. Like
Isaiah Joe ain't been playing.
Exactly. He hasn't getting the minutes to play.
When the last time Isaiah Joe really played more than 5 minutes? He ain't been playing.
You know what I want to see? I want to see the starting lineup shaken up. I want to see Maxey start over Seth again. I think we do better like that. I'm sorry. I want to see Seth come off the bench.
I think so.
I'm not ready
I
to
don't agree with that.
Come off the bench, but I don't like what I'm seeing. Like 9 points ain't good enough for a dude in the starting role who's supposed to be the second best shooter in the league. At one time, he was the best field goal 3-point percentage shooter in the league. So I want to see a little bit more. I'm a little disappointed. Like I said, I want to give him a little leeway with the whole coming back off the Rona John and all that, but I'm starting to, and my patience is running a little thin. but I'm not trying to be that dude. I'm not trying to jump the gun too quickly.
Only thing I'll say about that is let's be, and this is what I was trying to say before, and it came off like I was hating on Seth, but I do think that Embiid opens up a lot for him. Embiid and Ben Simmons, we can say what we want about Ben Simmons, but when he drives, he draws attention, and it gives these guys open looks. So when you have Embiid and Ben, it opens up a lot for those 3-point shooters.
You're right, but he had beat him Ben the last couple of games, and he ain't been playing good anyway.
Now that I still kind of put I agree with you about the COVID thing. Like come on, let's be honest. One of the main things about the COVID is you're breathing and everything else. So his conditioning definitely has to build back up.
No, I agree. That's what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying is with Ben Embiid, for the most part, he gets a lot of open shots. I'm not saying that he can't take off the dribble, but he gets more open shots, and he's a shooter. If you give him those open shots, he's going to hit. So, but this real quick, this is the whole point I've been making the whole season about the team. This is why I like their depth, because when you have stuff like this, this is how they're supposed to play. When you have one person down, other guys are supposed to. Korkmaz, you don't expect Korkmaz to do this every game, but when you need him to do that, you don't expect Ben. I don't expect Ben to be like this every game, but on them games when you do need it, not even just when B's not in there, but on games when guys are off, I need Ben to do this.
Yeah,
I agree. I gotta go back to Ephraim. The coaching from Indiana. Who is they coach?
Trash.
He took the place of Casey that got fired last year.
That was the worst coaching I ever seen. For one, why is Brogdon guarding Ben at the top of the key? Like
he gonna jack up a three?
Yeah. The boy TJ in the game for 25 minutes was terrible.
So
but you know who gets the game ball for me from the Sixers?
TJ.
Thybulle, man. Thybulle. Oh yeah, Thybulle played when they went to that zone. He got so many tips, loose balls, steals. Thybulle sparked that team, man.
He played free safety. He turned into a free safety out there.
Wait, real quick. Ethan is giving defense some props.
I'm giving Thybulle props.
Ethan is giving defense some props.
Because
I'm just saying, it's all about scoring baskets. It's all about scoring baskets.
If you notice earlier when we was a man, we was getting killed because it was nobody to block a shot. So they was just driving free through the lane, and that's where we missed Embiid at. That's Embiid covers a lot of problems on D. He covers a lot of problems because when you get past the first man, even Thybulle was getting burnt on one-on-one.
Yeah,
because they ran a lot of picks. There
was
no.
Yes, it was. There was a lot of pick and rolls. It was a lot.
But they do that even though. But Embiid's back there.
They couldn't get off those screens because Ben was struggling getting off those screens, and Brogdon was getting wide open for them.
But I'm saying makes a heck of a difference.
Don't make it like Brogdon was just cooking Ben because
he was cooking Ben a little bit though.
He was
kicking him.
He wasn't because they took Ben off of Brogdon and they put him on Sabonis because Sabonis was cooking and they put Ben at the center.
To get rebound.
Let me jump in. It was two situations. Remember we kept saying that we wanted the boy Tony Bradley to start, but this is the game where he probably shouldn't have started.
I didn't.
Well, this is the game that he probably shouldn't have started because Sabonis was too big for him. But once Dwight was able to stabilize him, and he was able to get off them because Richard was giving them money. But also Ben struggled playing defense one-on-one, and that's because they were doing a lot of screens. And those screens, they was knocking them down. Now, you can watch the replay. I'm serious. I kept rewinding it, and it was a lot of them. They couldn't get off them screens in the game.
Which quarter are you talking about?
The first 3 quarters.
And that's why I'm saying it's not true because at a certain point, Ben was playing center, and they had him on Sabonis, and Sabonis scored on him a couple times, but even the announcer said Ben Simmons is playing excellent defense on Sabonis because Sabonis started heating up.
That was a couple plays. It wasn't like throughout the entire game. It was a couple plays that you're talking about, and I agree with you, but it wasn't the entire game. For the most part, Ben was up top playing defense and was getting cooked until we went to that zone.
I gotta give Dwight Howard a lot of credit too. I agree with Tim. I think he came in, stabilized the middle a little bit. He had 2 blocks, 15 rebounds. He was forcing on the boards. I had to give Dwight. He even got a nice, good couple offensive tip-out Jones that we was able to get some second chance shots and all that kind of stuff. So Dwight got real active in that middle. He was He was real impactful for that comeback. He was a huge reason as well.
You're absolutely right on that. You're absolutely right, because the one play, I think I actually said, if we come back, it's because of this play where he got the rebound and he saved it and tiptoed on the sidelines, and then he passed it to Ben. And I said, if we do come back, that's the Toyota turning point. Going back in the day.
Yeah, remember that? No, it was. I mean, like Wayne said, when he came on, it was a complete team effort. Like, everybody contributed to this win. And it was, I'm gonna do it again. It was a meltdown by Indiana, because the boy TJ McConnell came in there, I give him credit, he had 8 assists, but he had 6 turnovers. 9 points and 6 turnovers. That ain't gonna cut it. And he got abused. The boy Thybulle looked like Jordan playing against TJ McConnell. Like,
anybody playing against him just looked like Jordan.
To the rack and everything. Like,
how long was we telling boys about this TJ? TJ McConnell's crappy. Oh, he's better than Markelle. TJ is the heart of the team.
Yeah.
Trash.
Ephraim, call out your friends that you be on your text board with.
It was a lot of them, man. I've been trying to tell them boys, man. Listen, and I'm going. The guilty shall remain nameless. I'm gonna let boys ride this one, but they was riding me for a long time. Vern Brown. I mean, a couple of them cats like that, but I ain't gonna drop no more names. Everybody, TJ McConnell.
I don't know. Do the Smith brothers listen?
Brandon Smith.
I know they do some. Brandon and Reese. I know they do some.
Reese Smith. Yeah, a lot of them, man. All this TJ McConnell talk, but he was what he was. Like, this was my thing. He was what he was. He's a journeyman. He should have been bounced around.
Should have been a journeyman.
Yeah, he should have never. He wasn't, when we was trying to be a champ. He's not a starter or a large role player on a championship team, and this was frustrating to us for all them years. But I'm glad he's gone. Let him do his thing with Indiana, and they helped us. He helped us win this game tonight, so I'm straight with that.
Yeah, shout out to TJ.
But yeah, but I mean,
he was doing a lot of laughing when we was down 20.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he? Yeah, he was.
Doc Rivers said that he went to the zone to throw the Pacers off of that rhythm. He said he joked it was his John Chaney defense that he threw in there. And
wow,
that's a nice shout out. That was a nice, that was what's up.
That was. I mean, but hey, look, to give Wayne credit. I know we hate on Wayne a lot. His man's Toby. Toby been balling, bro. I gotta give Toby. My hat's off. I mean, to the boy Toby. He been on another level, even with or without B. He's still doing his thing.
It's amazing what a coach can do.
Yeah,
it's amazing what a coach can do.
It is.
That's fact. So.
Because that game, I didn't see that game. I didn't see us pulling it out at all.
I ain't gonna hold you. By halftime, by halftime, I was like, all right, we hung around here. Like, when we got the basket at the end of the half and it made it under 10, I was like, we got a shot, but I wasn't feeling comfortable with the way we was playing. But then it was like, we can't. Hey, listen, first half is for dough. First half for show. Second half for dough, baby.
Yeah,
that's what we gonna stick with this year. They came through. They bought. This team is getting better every game. That's why I'm saying I understand sometimes we talk like we want trades to make this, that, and other, but I think this team is bonding together and it's getting better. So
yeah,
we're gonna see.
It's fun. It's a fun team to watch too.
And by the way, speaking of which, Ethan. Oh,
the Nets. What the Nets doing? Is it the Nets?
Oh, Ethan.
Washington.
They lost to Washington?
They lost to what? 149 to 140. 149.
No defense.
To 146.
They scored 146 though. They got a lot of scores.
The
Nets got an offense win games.
Ethan, I ain't trying to hear from you.
What's funny is when they won 4 or 5 straight, y'all ain't say nothing.
They ain't win 4 or 5 straight.
They lose. Here come the losers.
When they win 5 straight,
they won 5 straight.
3 straight. They ain't win no 5 straight. Not that I saw.
No,
they unbeatable though.
How many did they win straight, Ephraim? You just said it. What you say?
I said 3. I didn't see 5 straight.
They got 3.
They got 3 or 4.
It might have been.
You ain't hear that. You ain't hear that one. I ain't even say that when they was winning. When they win it, I don't even say they lose. They lose it.
I want you to explain why they lost.
Y'all like the boys where LeBron lose. Here y'all come.
Let me ask you this though. Ethan. No,
he say
talk.
Shut up.
No, real
say
talk.
Shut up. But when he leave, I'm talking again.
No, real talk. I'm gonna ask you for real. Like, and this no shade of nothing. Looking at how things are panning out, a matter of fact, all of y'all, how do y'all feel about the Sixers? Do you feel like the Sixers is the best team in the East? Or who do you think is the best team in the East right now?
Sixers
We
is
are
the best team in the East. I mean, I say this to Ethan's Nets. Harden didn't play, but despite that, you still had Kyrie, you still got KD, you still got Ball. Kyrie and KD between them had over 50 points. You know what I mean? So it's like at the end of the day, y'all scored 146 points. Y'all not missing defense. I mean, y'all not missing offense. Y'all missing.
They need what's his name? They need that center.
Jared Allen.
No, not Jared. No, they trying to get the other guy, the big boy, the Drummond. They trying to get Drummond.
Yeah, that's what they need, though. They do.
That Drummond would actually be a good fit for them.
I agree. No, I agree with that 100%.
They actually won 4 straight, and they won two times this year. They got half 4 straight, but they still they 2.5 games behind us, so it don't matter.
So let me ask you this about the Sixers then, right? So I seen all these things where people talking about they talking about trading to get JJ back in here. How y'all feel about that?
I mean, I like shooters.
He's shooting 29% this year.
But
he's shooting 29%.
Yes,
but he ain't playing with Joel Embiid either.
Yeah. Who minutes is he gonna take, and who you trading for him?
All right, listen. If he come here, he take to me. I hate to say this because he had a good game. He taking Cork minutes to me. Honestly, I would take because Cork. Let's be real. Like Cork stepped up tonight, but I don't expect to see. I think JJ for his career has been a more consistent player than Cork. Now, granted, Cork has a short career, so it's kind of unfair to kind of compare the two. But if I'm going for playoffs and what I think I'm gonna get come playoff time, I think I lean more toward JJ. Be honest with you.
You don't think JJ might be done?
That's a possibility. That's a possibility.
Kormaz only 23 years old.
That's the only thing I'm gonna say about Kormaz.
Oh, now he had Wayne.
No. Tim can't say this because Tim.
You know, it don't take much.
That's all you, Wayne. It don't take much. And Tim like that. Oh, the boy in 23, man, he got a bright future ahead of me. He was trash.
But you know what?
Ago.
The one thing
they just won 4 straight. But now you set the record straight before the loss.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it might have been 4.
Set the record straight.
Yeah,
but
4 games. 4 games. I ain't hear your mouth. I ain't even mentioned nothing.
I said he's hit. I said 4 games.
Yeah,
this all I'm saying about Korkmaz, right? Like we say what we say about Korkmaz, but Korkmaz last year shot like 40% from 3. You know,
how many threes he shoot though? He ain't really. Did he play that much? Like,
let me see. He averaged almost 5 threes a game.
How many games he play? How many games he play?
Last year, Korkmaz played 72.
Did he?
That's what I'm saying. Remember when we was making this argument about shooters, and I was like, Shake and Korkmaz actually had good shooting numbers.
Yeah, you did. You kept saying
my only issue with Korkmaz is his release was so slow. He looked like he actually picked it up some, and his defense is still suspect. But if you're talking about shooting coming off of the bench, I mean, once Korkmaz got back from his injury or whatever, he looked like he's a competent shooter coming off of the bench. I ain't all hype making him 6 man a year, but he looks to be a competent shooter coming off the bench.
Okay. The boy down, somebody posted the Philadelphia 76ers are the best team in the National Basketball League. And then Del Morey posted, I can't argue with cold hard facts.
And he also said this year is a championship of bust. Do y'all agree with that?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. If we continue to play this way, do we still feel a need to trade?
If it makes your team better, yes.
If
you're saying team, but does team chemistry count for anything?
It does.
It does.
Because you remember when the Sixers when we was 42-14 before the trade, that chemistry of that team, like it wasn't a bunch of scorers or anything. It was AI and a bunch of misfits, but that chemistry was what led us to the best record in the NBA in the East at that time, which is why Larry Brown had coached the All-Star game that year. And then after that, we was a 500 team.
That would, to be honest with you, if I'm
go ahead, Ethan.
If I'm looking to trade this team, I'm looking at whatever. I'm building this team around Embiid. Whatever helps Embiid get better, whatever helps me help Embiid. That's what I'm looking for this team. I would try to strengthen whatever I can around Joel Embiid if I'm looking to make any trades.
I can agree with that. And Tim, I agree with your point about chemistry. I think the Sixers joint was a little different. I mean, I guess it's still chemistry, but them dudes was together. What irritated me about that Sixers trade, remember Aaron McKee, Ratliff, what's his name, George Lynch, all them. They was together with AI for like 3 or 4 years before they.
Chemistry.
That chemistry. But it was a long time. I don't know. We have chemistry, but do we have that type of chemistry? Like I think you can legit throw somebody new into the mix and still cultivate that. Come lead them to the playoff time. Like one part. And I'm not saying change a whole bunch of moving parts.
It's still enough time for that.
You might be able to change one part and still
that,
develop that before the end of the year.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that we need to change any of the major parts. Honestly, I really don't. If we can add on, I just don't want to add and take away. Like if I could, I would love it some kind of way we can get Bradley Beal and add him into that starting lineup. I still would like to have Ben Simmons.
You mean like how the Nets added you mean like how the Nets added Harden and threw the whole chemistry off?
Yeah, and they threw the whole team away. Like I mean, but they're still legit because they got legit ballers. I know they got legit ballers, so they still legit.
The Nets actually play better with Harden than without him. Be honest with you, than anybody else. No,
they don't.
Yeah, I watched them. You don't watch them.
I did watch them, but you're talking about before Harden got there. You act like KD and Kyrie was playing every game. They was missing a lot of games.
But Harden is actually a true point guard. Kyrie's not really a true point guard. Harden is a true point guard on that team. The team actually plays better.
I can agree with that.
James Harden on that team.
I can agree with that.
The starting five, the starting five does, yes.
I can agree with that. Which we'll call, by the way, this shows you how whack the Nets defense is. Not to make this a podcast about the Nets and the Wizards, but Russell Westbrook had 41 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists.
Who's playing defense on him?
Huh?
Kyrie.
And Bradley Beal had 37. So they
play make it take it on that
put
team.
Together almost 80 points on them.
Wayne, back to your original question as far as is this team good enough? When I look at the Utah Jazz, who is a pretty good team, and the Los Angeles Clippers, I'm not sure we match up with them.
Jazz just lost them.
They lost to Denver.
Yeah.
Why are you saying the Jazz though? Why you pick the Jazz?
Because the Jazz got the best record right now in the league.
The Joker had 47 when they lost too.
But I'm saying I get what you're saying, and I like the Jazz because I like Donovan Mitchell. But even when I'm looking at I like Brogdon. I like not Brogdon, Bogdanovich and Mitchell. Yeah. But when I'm looking at that squad, like I'm looking at matchups for the Sixers, I'm not worried about honestly what team. I gotta look at what team I think can actually give Embiid the biggest fits, because Embiid is the mismatch for every anybody.
It might be the Jazz. You don't like their big man?
Because they got
big man can't stay with Embiid. When
he balling though, he's been balling this year.
No. He is, but it's funny because he's their second best player and he's a defensive player, but defensive players can't be your second best player. But besides that point,
don't go there, Wayne.
No, I'm just saying.
Hold on. See, now we gotta address this.
What's up?
Like Tim said earlier, and like we all seen, Ben was getting cooked on defense earlier without the big man in the middle.
I don't agree with that.
But you keep saying this is a team. It's a team game. It's a team defense because it's easier to play defense when you have a 7-2 shot blocker behind you. How I don't see how that's such a big deal. And we seen how bad we played. And we seen how bad we played defense when he didn't play. That's why we had to go to the zone.
The defense didn't step up in the second half.
They did.
But you switched to a zone.
So what? It's still defense. And you don't got a big shot blocker in the middle.
They changed up their defense.
Yes, because you changed the way you played because you couldn't penetrate because you was running by Ben Simmons every chance you got.
Nope. They're setting picks on him. And it's a difference when you got a young boy that don't know how to play the center position at all. And then like y'all said, when what's his name came in the middle. Howard came in the middle. It was a different situation because you got a big man that knows how to play defense. The young boy, and I'm not ripping the young boy because he's a young boy, but he didn't know how to play defense. Like he was just playing dumb.
He couldn't play. I wouldn't call him playing dumb. He just wasn't ready to play the game.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not ripping him. I'm just saying I'll say he was playing immature. At that center position.
We might want him on the show one day.
But I mean, I can't wait to see when we play Utah. I wish we would have played Denver with our starters.
Exactly.
I wish we wasn't forced to play that during the COVID thing.
I know.
Ben could have played that game.
All right. So overall though, this was
Ben could have played that game.
I feel the same way.
Well, we don't know that because the man had surgery. He had off-season surgery on that knee.
He could have played.
What is that?
Honestly, look, for real, I think the league called the Sixers bluff that game. The Sixers said, okay, you want to make us play this game. Well, Ben and Embiid can't play. We missing players because of the COVID. We missing Ben and Embiid, they hurt. They can't play. So they was trying to call the league's bluff and make the league force that game to get canceled. But the league played them and said, nope, Mike Scott can suit up. And notice Mike Scott ain't suit up a lot of games because he'd been hurt too.
That's true.
So the league played the Sixers on that, and that's why the Sixers argued so much after that.
If Embiid only plays 85% of the games because of protocol, like just so he wouldn't injure himself again, is he still the MVP of the league? Can he still be MVP if LeBron's playing all the games and playing at a high level?
I mean, we'll see where Golden State lands because Steph Curry right now is really carrying this team almost dogging there completely on his back.
Yeah, I don't really think we have him in.
I think it's a 3-horse race right now. It's Embiid, LeBron, and it's the Joker.
Yeah,
Joker's team struggling though. I don't know if I put
how they 12-8.
Yeah, maybe.
They're not struggling.
Joker ball. I can't hate on Joker. Joker ball.
Yeah, 47 last game.
Yeah, 47. So those it's a 3-horse race.
Yeah, because Jamal Murray ain't helping them. They need honestly, bubble Jamal.
I honestly feel. I mean, y'all can say whatever y'all want, but Golden State is in the HC, and they have probably the worst overall starting core out of anybody in the playoffs position right now.
No.
And Steph Curry is the number one leader in points in the league, carrying his team right now on his back.
Points or points per game or just points? Period?
Just all around points. He scored the most points so far in the league, and I think he's third in points per game.
Who got the best record in the league?
It's the Clippers right now, 16-5.
16-5.
Yeah, I ain't buying into this. I ain't buying the Clippers. We gonna cook the Clippers. They have no big man.
So I mean, you gotta. I mean, obviously we want to see where this thing play out and all that kind of stuff like that, but. I do think it's about 5 strong MVP candidates, and I do agree with you, Joker. I mean, Ethan, Joker name should be in the hat. I ain't hating Joker. He balling. I mean, to be told, and that's why I say if you want to say Joker to me, with their record 12-8, then why can't you say Steph Curry with their record 11-9? You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you about Steph. So and you know I throw shade just because you hype Steph up so much.
Yeah,
but
it feels good just to hate on him.
Because we saw how these Wolves was playing earlier in the season. We saw Wiggins and
bro, they was questioning.
Oubre was supposed to be this big addition.
Yes.
We see how these Bulls. Draymond dropped. The dude y'all said was better than Ben Simmons. Draymond dropping like 2 points a game.
I would talk about what he was with Steph with Clay.
No, you said right now. You said right now.
But I will say this though. I mean, it was funny because that's why I was thinking back the first 2 games of the year, Golden State. People was like, yo, they super trash. Like nobody thought they was even going to be in this position. So yeah, I mean, for Steph to be balling and carrying the team, like you got to give him a lot of credit for that. So we're gonna see. But I mean, if I had to vote right now, I'm still saying Joel.
Does what's the name getting that running? Trae Young with the Hawks, or do the Hawks got
MVP?
Yeah.
I mean, what they working with right now? What's his stats looking like? They 10-9. They 4th place. I mean, they 6th place in the division.
Nah.
I mean, but what's he looking like? I mean, I don't know. I don't watch him enough to know what the rest.
Because remember he was doing that sucker stuff. Like he was worried about, when his teammate came out and said something. He came at him. He stopped shooting and all that. I'm sorry, Tom. You had something you wanted us to pick our starters.
I wouldn't even. And I just want to say this: I wouldn't even put Giannis in the MVP at all. He don't deserve to be in.
He don't deserve to be in there.
Yo, the Bucks are. That's what I'm saying about this. This the whole thing I was saying about this. And I know the Sixers was playing a lot of shaky competition early on. But that's why. But the same way, not to get in the Eagles talk, but I felt the same way with the Eagles. When you got the weaker,
don't do that.
I know. We're gonna make people. But I'm saying when you got the easier schedule early on, you take advantage of them games while you develop your team chemistry and you get your team feel. And I thought that's what the Sixers did. I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for the COVID thing where they set a lot of players, I think the Sixers record will be way better than it is right now.
Yeah,
I am a beat them.
We off till Wednesday.
We off till Wednesday. So
So B might not play again. We play Charlotte.
That's a much needed break.
No, he probably gonna play against Charlotte.
That was a good win by the Sixers, 119-110. Now we said in our last podcast, I said we was gonna do the All-Star game starters and reserves, but we're gonna say the reserves for maybe our next show. And just tell me who's your top 5, who's your 5, who y'all picking to start in the All-Star game that's coming up next month.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even do it. I don't even know.
I mean, I ain't looked too much into it, but just off the top of my head, I mean, obviously from the East, I'm gonna take Embiid at the at the center position. Shooting guard, I had to go Bill. He on another level right now, the way he doing. Small forward, I'm actually going Tobias. Like I said, I ain't really look around too much, but Tobias been hooping. Like I got
a small forward.
I mean power forward. I'm sorry, power forward. I mean I'm going with Tobias and
KD.
Small forward. I've been trying to think who around the league.
They really do it about front court, back court.
Yeah. They don't do necessarily that.
Okay,
that
just the guards, 2 guards and whatever.
Yeah.
2 guards and 3 front court players.
I mean, my 2 guards. I mean, oh yeah, KD. I forgot KD gonna be. I'll say Tobias and KD at the forwards, Embiid at the center, and the guards would be Bradley Beal and probably Kyrie. I mean, he balling. I can't hate on. I'm not a huge Kyrie fan, but
I actually go with the same lineup Ephraim did, except for instead of Kyrie, I'm taking Trae Young.
You gonna take Trae Young?
I'm taking B, the Freak, and Bam up top, and I'm going I'm going my guards.
Wait, real quick. No, go ahead, pick your squad. I got a question for you.
I love KD. I know I
You
might
definitely
have Bam balling. I mean, you know what? Bam ain't play enough though, so I might have to leave him off. So I might have to go KD, the freaking Embiid.
How much Bam averaging this year? Points and rebounds.
20.
How many rebounds?
I don't know how many boards he averaging 20 though.
What's his field goal percentage?
What KD averaging?
58%.
KD averaging 30 points a game. I'm not taking Bam over KD.
Exactly. All right.
Oh.
Let me get mine then.
You know, hold on, my backcourt is
I thought you wasn't ready.
I wasn't, but this just off the top of the head. I might have to go with Harden and Bill. Kyrie too. I ain't going with Kyrie.
Yeah,
I mean, Harden just got there and he ain't played. Harden only played like 5 games, I think, with the Nets so far. I can't even get him props on the East yet.
But when is the All-Star game?
I think it's early March.
So you saying
Yeah, we still got
Tim got to do it? Tim got to do this too early then?
Yeah, he do.
Yeah, a little too early.
All right, go ahead, Tim. What's your
That's because he's seen a post on Facebook and then he's like, "Yo, guess what, y'all think?"
Yeah.
Actually, I did mine first. Then all of a sudden they start coming out. That's neither here nor there. But
you voted Ben as a point guard, didn't you?
Oh, here we go. Let's listen to it. Go ahead.
All right. I'm
not even going that far.
I'm not going to do that. And initially, I had Ben as my point guard, but I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going with the same. I have the same people that you selected, Ethan. I got Bradley Beal and Harden as my shooting guards, and then I got the Freak, Durant, and Embiid as my starters for the East.
You think I Bam? I don't got KD.
No, I've set Bam down.
Oh, okay.
For the West, of course, you got to go with LeBron as in the front court. So I got LeBron and
Joker.
All right, y'all got to come back because I ain't ready for the West yet.
How you? Oh my God!
No,
you put it out there and you ain't ready. No. Listen, we're not even going to touch it. We'll do it. We'll do it at a later time.
All right, we'll do our West later another day.
Oh my God!
I got my West already. I got.
Wait, who you got?
Steph Curry.
We know you got Steph.
I got Steph, Curry, Wardell, Babyface Assassin, and the Chef playing all 5 positions.
So you taking Steph over Dame Lillard right now?
Yo, I can't front. Dame been balling. Y'all see the joint I sent y'all, right?
All I'm saying is Dame is hooping. Dame is hooping. So I mean, I guess maybe you take Steph and Dame as the guards.
Yeah,
because they both hooping. I ain't gonna hold you.
They hooping. I mean, you gotta get the young.
I need to see what Donovan Mitchell doing because
I'm about to say Donovan.
Utah is balling on a low.
Y'all not taking nobody got Luka, anybody?
Well, Luka been struggling a little bit this year, wasn't he?
No, Luka ain't been struggling. The team has, but Luka ain't been really struggling.
Let me see what Luka doing. I haven't been paying attention to Luka, be honest with you.
I don't think so. I mean, maybe I'm
I guess
wrong.
you're right. He averaged 27, 9 and 9. That ain't struggling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Luka
What's his field goal percentage though?
He's shooting 46%.
He's shooting 47%.
That's pretty good.
I ain't bad. I mean, he a big boy though, but to be told, he probably should be shooting a little higher than that because he like 6'7". He a bigger dude.
No,
he take a lot of jump
pretty
shots.
good.
He take a lot of jump shots.
He's playing.
He take a lot of threes and See, my problem with Luka
He almost averaging a triple double.
and his three.
That's what I'm saying. 9 assists, 9 rebounds, and
My problem with Luka
27.4.
though, Luka, but look at their
That's
record.
what I wanted Ben to do,
But
he's never gonna do it.
I would
Is
love for
their
him to do it
record a
too.
reflection?
I know we ain't hating on the fact that that's what you want.
Is their reflection, their record a reflection on some of the bad shot selection by Luka? Luka jack a lot of threes, and Luka only shooting 29% from three, and he averages 7 threes a game. So are you wasting a lot of shots, jacking these threes up and costing your team wins?
So
You know
he's
what I'm saying?
shooting 47%, and he's only shooting 27% from threes.
He's shooting
That means
40. He's
He
shooting
ain't missing
46%
nothing from inside the 3-point line. Then.
from the
That's
from
not
the
as,
3-point.
that's not as true. I don't think that's his true shooting percentage though.
No,
46
but no,
is
Wayne's
still-
right because he's shooting 55% from 2, but then he's shooting 29% from 3.
Yeah.
So he's shooting 7 threes a game. So you wasting 3. You wasting possessions. I mean,
All right. I
can see what you're saying with that, but
So
we can't see that.
I picked LeBron James, Leonard, Kawhi, the Joker, and my front court is James, Leonard, and the Joker, and then I got Steph and Luka in the backcourt.
Oh, James Brown.
So
Steph
that's
and Luka in the backcourt.
Is LeBron being voted in as a front court or back court? What is he on the
Front
card?
Yeah, you
So
said
so
James twice.
AD not over Kawhi.
Nah, my man Kawhi, he's the deal. But listen, we're gonna close this thing out. We're a little long, so we will be back Wednesday after the game. Who they play on Wednesday?
Charlotte. We get
Charlotte.
to play the boy Ethan Love ball.
Okay, so we,
LaMelo.
I don't love him. My whole thing is let him play.
yeah, well
He should
been
be
playing.
starting.
He been balling out. He actually had a good stat line yesterday. But again, thanks for listening.
Luka also averages 4 turnovers a game, but that's neither here nor there.
4 turnovers with 9 assists, almost 10 assists. I'm good with that.
Don't forget to like, comment, and
Ball.
subscribe.
So
2-1.
Yeah,
And we will
ball.
see y'all in the next podcast. We
All right.
out.
Deuces.